Good morning, fifth grade friends. Welcome to lesson 3 of coordinate systems. When we started off in lesson 1, I shared real world examples of coordinate systems. And one of the examples that I shared was the game Battleship. And I talked about how in Battleship, it can be beneficial to know your opponent's coordinates because then you can sink their ships. And today you'll have the opportunity after our lesson to attempt to sink my ships. So let's get started with the lesson. All right, our objective for today, lesson 3, I can name points in a coordinate system using coordinate pairs. Okay, so last week we were focusing on plotting ordered pairs. Now we're going to take it a step further. We're going to have a coordinate system, and we're going to be able to identify the points within that system. So let's review some vocabulary. Remember, a point is an exact location in a plane or in space that has no size or dimension, only a position. So the arrow is pointing to an example of a point in a coordinate system. A point has an exact location on the grid, making it easy to find if we know how to determine its coordinates. Now, to determine its coordinates, we need to understand that the point is an ordered pair, okay, which is two numbers written in a certain order surrounded by parentheses. And the example here, we have 3, 5. The position of a point on the coordinate plane is written x, y. X is the horizontal value and y is the vertical value. I said vertical, weird there, vertical value. So 3 is my x value. Remember, our x coordinate is this horizontal axis, and that is how much we are crawling, which we crawl before we walk. So 1, 2, 3, we crawl 3, okay? And then 5 is my vertical value, my y, how much we're walking. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we'll practice some more as we progress. Again, the x coordinate is on my horizontal axis. That is how much I am crawling. Remember, crawl before you walk. It's the horizontal value in an ordered pair that shows the distance of the point along the x-axis. My y coordinate is how much I am then walking up my y-axis. The y coordinate is the vertical value in an ordered pair, x, y, that second value in the parentheses that shows the distance of the point along the y-axis. So I'm going to model for you right now determining ordered pairs by looking at the points on my plane. So you'll see I have 1, 2, 3 different points on the coordinate system that I want to identify, okay? And we'll pretend that this is a ship, okay? Because this looks very similar to what your seesaw assignment will look like when you are attempting to sink my ships. So here we go. Let's sink our opponent's ship. To do so, I need to determine the coordinates of their ship. And I called this the Flying Dutchman. For my SpongeBob fans out there, I hope you like that. So first, let's start with the green coordinate, okay? The green coordinate is going to be, to determine that, I'm going to start at my origin down here, okay, where my x and y axes intersect, and I need to crawl, okay, so I'm going to crawl, and I'm going to stop at 1 because I can see that that is how far the green coordinate moves along my x-axis. So I know the first number of my ordered pair, which is the x value, is going to be 1, okay? And I'm now going to determine my y coordinate by seeing how much I walk up the y-axis for the green point, okay? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And with that, I can determine that my ordered pair for the green point is 1, 5. Now, if you were drawing your own coordinate system, you typically would label the ordered pair on the system as well. You do not have to do that in your activity today, but I'm just modeling that for you. Okay, let's try another one. So again, I'm going to start at my origin, 0, 0, and I'm going to crawl, okay? And this time I'm looking for my yellow point. I should have mentioned that. All right, so I'm going to crawl and stop when I see the X value that the yellow point is at. Oh, okay, so it is 1 again. All right, so I crawled 1. My X coordinate is 1. I know the first coordinate in my ordered pair is going to be 1. Let's see how much we walk. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The Y coordinate for the yellow point is 6. So this ordered pair would be 1, 6. Again, the 1 represents how far did we crawl on the x-axis, and the 6, that second coordinate, represents my y coordinate. How much did we walk up the y-axis? Crawl before you walk. All right, and let's try one more with the red coordinate. All right, and you'll notice that since they're all going in the same direction, they're all going up vertically, my y coordinate, or excuse me, my x coordinate is going to be the same for each of them. And let's see if that checks out again. All right, so again, I start at my origin, and I'm going to go crawl on my x-axis until I see the red point has intersected. Oh, okay. So again, 1. My x-coordinate is 1. Now I'm going to see how much I walk up my y-axis to determine my y-coordinate. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Telling me that my coordinates for the red point are 1, 7. And again, look at what I said. My x coordinate for each of the 3 is 1, because if I look at 1 on my x-axis, I can see that there is a point, the green point, the yellow point, and the red point. All are on that point of the axis. The only thing that differs is how much it walked up the y-axis, okay? So it's your job and your turn to attempt to sink my ships. So the directions for you: you are going to go to Seesaw, and you're going to complete the assignment named Sink Mr. Langelotti's Ships, and then you are going to submit your work. All right, let me take you to that assignment so you can see what it would look like. So here you go, Sink Mr. Langelotti's Ships. You'll see that, okay, in the image, I've given you 2 things, okay? And when you click on the actual assignment, it will allow you to write on this, but if I click on it, I'll only be able to see one of the pictures, and I want to show you both. So you are going to use this page to write in the ordered pairs from the coordinate system that I give you on page 2. So let's take a look at the coordinate system. All right, so here you go. These are my ships. In order to sink my ships, you need to tell me the ordered pairs of my 3 ships. The Empress, so I have 2 points in the Empress. The Dynasty, I have 1, 2, 3 points in the Dynasty. And the Green Pearl, I have 1, 2, 3, 4 points in the Green Pearl. Using this coordinate system, you are going to determine the ordered pairs of all these points and write them in here, okay? And if you can successfully do that for all of the points on the coordinate system, you will be successful in sinking my 3 ships: the Empress, the Dynasty, and the Green Pearl. Okay, and when you're done with that, submit your work. Best of luck. Remember, crawl before you walk.